Hey everyone, blessed last day of 2021. So happy to be here and to share this gathering, celebration, ceremony to close 2021 in a mindful, loving, generous way and to open into the possibilities and whatever's next, openness for 2022. So as you join, if you could share in the chat where you're tuning in from, I'd love to see. I'm on a platform that's broadcasting to a bunch of different places. So hey there, if you're on YouTube or in one of the private groups or in the public group or Hierophant Publishing or Warrior Goddess Training page. So sending out blessings to each of you as we gather. And yeah, perfect, Trina. Glad that you found. And Mariah. Hi, Sakina. I can't see you well. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Anybody else having an issue with the video? That would be good. Sesame, Koi. Hello. Facebook. Hello. And for some of you, it just says Facebook user. So if I don't use your name, it's because it just says Facebook user. And for some of you that are on YouTube, just, sometimes the comments don't show up. So if you're commenting and I'm not responding to you, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see it. So just so you know. Hey, Leslie, Carrie, Klasky. Hey, from Holland. Yay. So we have Holland and Greece I've seen so far. Hey, Heather. Hey, Kimberly. Hello, Mindy. And Happy New Year from the UK. Hey, UK. I can't see your name if you want to share it. Rihanna. Hey, from Denver. Kathy. Juneau, Alaska. Yay. Hey. Okay, good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. From an Alaskan visiting Pennsylvania. Must be warm for you, right? Hey, Julie from Scotland. Love it. Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Salt Lake City. Nikki. Madeline. Hey, from South Africa. So glad you could join us. I love that. Hey, Cindy. Sandra. Elizabeth. Sherika. I love it. Abriego. Shh. Good. All right, loves. Hey, Anne-Marie, Mary, Angie, Patricia, Dawn. Beautiful. Hey, Shal. Good. All right. Hello from Colorado. Anyone else have video but no sound? Doesn't help if I say that if you don't have sound. All right. Yay! Good. Figured it out. Awesome. All right, sweet ones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy day before 2022. And we're going to do a celebration ceremony today, visualization, to help us to gather up the gifts of 2021 and open into the possibilities of 2022. And welcome everyone that's here. So as you're tuning in, feel free to share in the chat where you are tuning in from. And let's go ahead and settle in with each other. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes if you can. Keep them open if you can't. But go ahead and close your eyes and settle in for about a 5-minute visualization, and then we'll talk and explore. So I always like to start bringing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a breath. And really thank yourself for being here, right here, for stepping into community, for consciously releasing 2021 and opening into 2022. And welcome everyone here. Whether you're watching the video, whether you're watching live, we're going to go on a journey together. So imagine yourself someplace beautiful, someplace out in nature. It may be someplace you've been many, many times before. It may be someplace that's new to you. Bring yourself as much as possible into that space. Feeling your feet against the ground, opening your perception to see what you see, the textures, the colors, what's the landscape around you in your imagination. Feeling the wind against your skin. Noticing what you smell, maybe even what you taste as you walk. And just let yourself settle and slow down. Really take in this landscape. Whatever you're visualizing right now, bring all your senses to make it more and more real. And feel that you're held in this space. That there's nothing that you need to do. There's no one that you need to be. You can simply rest into being held by this landscape, by this place. Okay, there we go. Sound is back. Yay. So imagine that you find this circle and that you can step into this circle. So the circle may be a circle of trees. It may be a circle of rocks. It may be a circle of sand. So it may be a circle that you create. Maybe you take flowers or glitter or pebbles and make a little circle. Or maybe it's in nature. Maybe it's a beautiful circle of oak trees. Go ahead and step into the center of that circle. And imagine in that circle, you can see this big, beautiful basket. And that in that circle, you can pick up the basket. Imagine yourself holding this basket in front of you. And that you're going to turn to face 2021. So imagine that as you hold this basket, you can look down the line of your year, the line of 2021, all of the experiences laid out in front of you. And what we're going to do with this basket is Imagine that you can go through 2021 gathering the gifts of 2021. So there are a lot of challenges. All of us had a lot of challenges in 2021. So we acknowledge the challenges. And what we're going to gather is the gifts and the learnings. What did you learn during 2021? And what were the gifts? So imagine that you can travel back through your year and pick up different gifts. So it may be the gift of a grandchild that was born. It may be the gift of an insight that you had. It may be the gift of a relationship that was really important to you, or the gift of joining a community, getting support that you needed. It may be the gift of having a home. What are the gifts? What were the learnings? And you can imagine that you're gathering flowers or gathering pebbles or gathering crystals. That each of those experiences is something precious that you're going to put into the basket. So really mindfully bringing the gifts of 2021 and bringing them into the basket, dropping them into that basket that you're holding. And keep opening your heart in gratitude for all the gifts of 2021. Again, we honor the challenges as well. And that sometimes the challenges lead to big learnings and big gifts. So collect the gifts, the learning, the insights, the openings. And imagine that each one you gather, you put into the basket. And there may be specific things that you see, and you may just have a feeling sense. So for some of you, there'll be a specific, like, yes, this was a big gift of 2021. I got it. You'll put it in the basket. And for others of you, you may just have a sense of like, oh yeah, here was the feeling sense of a gift. So you may not have something even concrete. That's okay. We're gathering the energy of 2021, using your imagination to bring the gifts, the learnings, the insights, gather them into the basket. Good. We'll take a couple more minutes, gathering the gifts of 2021, opening to accept, to receive, to integrate the insights, the inspirations, the learning. Bringing those gifts and those lessons and placing them in your basket. And you can use symbols of anything, flowers, pebbles, M&Ms. What do you want to fill your basket with? Good. And now looking, is there anything that you want to leave in 2021? Is there anything that you want to complete or close out with love and release? So again, looking down that line of 2021 and just asking the wisdom of your being, opening up and asking this question, is there anything that you want to leave, that you want to release into 2021 with love, with grace? So this isn't a pushing away or forcing. This is a, you know what, I don't need to carry this forward. A blessing, also in gratitude, to release what's not yours to carry. And just imagine that you gently send that back down the line into 2021 and let it stay. And to say thank you to those things, even that you're releasing, because they've been lessons or support in some way. Good. And let's take that basket now. So imagine we're going to take that basket to each of the directions, to each of the elements. So we're going to take the basket and bless that basket with air, with the element of air. So imagine that you lift that basket up and ask the wind to cleanse and purify and bless all those gifts that you're holding from 2021. You can even imagine blowing into, or you can even physically blow, breathe out, let your breath honor. And we invite into the circle the element of air and ask that air, new beginnings, dawn, our breath, our song, may help us as we step into 2022 to have vision, to speak and sing, to use our breath deeply, and that we may spread our wings. Good. Thanking air. And then imagine that you can turn in the circle, face a different direction. We're going to call in fire and use fire to bless all of these gifts from 2021. So imagine the energy of the sun, a fire blessing and purifying and cleansing all these beautiful gifts that you're carrying in the basket. Inviting in the healing qualities of fire to help us clear what's not ours and to enliven and inspire our creativity, our passion, our power. So you might even imagine dancing with your basket and inviting in that creative, yummy fire energy into your basket, into your being as we step into 2022, calling the fire in, honoring the element of fire and all of its beauty. Asking that we may have sustaining, nourishing fires in our life that help us light the way. So honoring and thanking fire, and imagine that you can, again, turn to face another direction. The circle will call in water, asking water to come and bless this basket full of gifts to wash and cleanse and purify and open us into 2022. So we bless the gifts and the learnings of 2021, asking water to come help us be fluid and to flow and to bring in resilience, flexibility, to honor the power and beauty of our emotions. You can imagine water coming in maybe as rain or as a stream that you bring water in. Also honoring our tears, the beauty of our tears, both the tears of laughter and the tears of grief. Thanking water, asking water to ally with us in 2022. And finally, turning to face the last direction in our circle and calling in the element of earth. So you can take your basket and put it down on the earth and ask the earth to bless this basket of all your gifts from 2021. Asking the mountains, the trees, the animals, the creepy crawlies, to bless this basket, these gifts, and to help us to be more grounded and present, to feel the power in our bones and our muscles, to honor this physical body as we step into 2022. Asking for this blessing of earth as we honor the gifts of 2021. May we also honor the quality of compost, of composting and making nutrients out of the old. So honoring earth, honoring the body. Good. Imagine now you can pick up your basket again, and we're going to stand in the center. So as you stand in the center and you hold your basket, feel those 4 elements around you: air, fire, water, and earth as allies. Good. And then pick which element for you feels like an element that you want to bring more into your life, or an element that feels like a good ally for you for 2022. So that element might be the element of air, of clarity, of vision, of possibility. It might be the element of fire, of creativity, passion, energy. It may be the element of water, of fluidity, of flow, of healing, or the element of earth, of grounding, of presence, of rooted trees and wide open branches, of mountains, of wisdom, of stillness. Which element calls to you? You can always change your mind later as well, so don't worry too much. But pick one of those elements: air, fire, water, or earth, and turn to face that element and imagine that you're facing 2022. So we're facing the new year. Facing into the mystery of 2022 and the possibility of 2022. So taking these gifts, and imagine that you can take these gifts and you can bring these gifts, imagine that you can consolidate and condense that basket and all those gifts into a little bitty seed. So bring all those gifts into a seed. Using your imagination, that basket and all of the gifts gets condensed down into this beautiful seed. And that seed might be a crystal, it may be an actual seed of some sort, it may be a little pebble. So imagine that you're holding this seed and asking the wisdom of your body as you face 2022, what seed do you want to plant connected to the element, whatever element that you're calling in? That element's going to help to nurture you and that seed of your intent. So what's your intent for 2022? What word, what quality, what are you stepping towards? What do you want more of in 2022? And I always love, what are you yearning for? What are you yearning for? What do you want more of in your life? And take it from something outside of yourself. So if you're thinking, I want that relationship, or I want that job, or I want stability outside of myself, take it from outside and bring it inside. So if you're wanting more stability, the prayer is, how do I bring more stability here? If you're wanting to deepen into a relationship, how do I deepen into the relationship with myself and open into all my relationships? If you're wanting something like a job, what's the feeling sense that you're going for? Not the specific, but the feeling sense. Pick one word that's a quality, that's a feeling sense in your body, and bring that feeling sense into your being fully. Good. That seed is your guide for 2022. And imagine you're going to take that seed and plant it in your body. You can plant it in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your belly. Maybe it gets planted in your hands or your throat. So just feel, connecting to the wisdom of your being, where does this seed want to be planted? Maybe it's a seed that you're planting in your throat so that you speak, that you sing, that you open. Maybe it's a seed that you're planting in your heart, that you're bringing in love, bringing in acceptance. Maybe it's a seed you're planting in your belly and bringing in your instinct and your intuition. So feel into, where do you want to plant the seed in your being? And imagine as you face 2022, yourself at the end of next year. So December 31st, 2022, imagine that your future self is standing at the end of that line of 2022. Imagine your future self feeling, embodying that quality that you're wanting. And that future self is looking at you now and saying, you can do this. I'm here. That future self's going to guide you. It's going to ally with you. So create that line of energy between yourself and that future self. Good. Imagining that you are cheering yourself on, that you're supporting yourself, that you're allying with yourself. Good. And now bringing your awareness into your body, this place and this time. So take a breath into your hands and your feet, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring yourself into your body right now, right here. Let everything else dissolve. So letting the scene dissolve, letting that future self dissolve. Come back here. So keep your eyes closed for just a moment more, but really find your feet. Where are your feet? There's your butt sitting against the chair, your feet against the ground. Where are your hands? Breathe. This place, this time. Imagine that future self is standing right next to you, guiding you forward. And that both you and that future self rest into the mystery of how things are going to unfold. Letting go of pushing, striving, needing to understand, trusting the process, and being in this moment, embodied here, present, opening into possibility. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and be present here. So I'd love to hear what your element is. You're welcome. What your element is and what your word is. Then we'll talk about that future self and how to guide yourself forward. But if you could write in the chat, what was your element that you want to work with this year that felt like that was your guide, or ally, and what was the word of intent? Go ahead and share that in the chat. And then we'll talk about how to stay in the present when things are challenging. Beautiful. Mhm. Fire, creative action, beautiful. Water and well-being. Hey, Eleanor, I love it. Fire, inspiring. Earth, bee. Air, harmony, beautiful. Water, earth and allowing, beautiful. Water and joy. You're so welcome. Air and completion. Hey, Stacy. Earth, take up space. I love it. Earth, presence. Beautiful. Water and more joy. Nice. Fire and joy. Air, oxygen. Earth and priestess power. Earth, deliciousness. Nice. Earth, physical health. Beautiful. Wind, ease. Air, word, prosperity. Yeah, beautiful. Fire, abundance. Love all these. Fire, expansion. Water, peace. Water and surrender. Water, love. Water, fluidity. Water, leadership. Isn't that neat that there can be so many different manifestations of that quality, right? Fluidity, leadership, spaciousness. Fire, express. Hey, Hallie. Hey, Noelle. Yay. Fire, create. Air, flow. Fire, passion. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, fire is your home, but you need water. And this is the beautiful thing about working with the elements, is that we have elements that are the most familiar. And yet sometimes what we actually need to harmonize and to find balance is a different element. So that's a great awareness. Air, vision and expansion. Fire, energy. Air and love. Thanks, Sarah. Yay. Yeah. So beautiful. Good. And then any shares about the visualization, how it was for you. And I will share more about how to stay present regardless of what happens. Hey, Tara. Yay. Fire dance. I love it. So you can feel all the energies of how different they can be. So whatever your element is, you might now want to create a reminder for yourself. So to draw that element, so maybe get a blue piece of paper and, or, you know, if your element's water, a blue piece of paper, draw waves, or get a photograph that feels good to you. You can do this online as well and then print it out later. But find something that's the base of the element and then write your word on that in some form or fashion. Okay, so that you're asking that element to hold your intent, your focus. And I'm going to share a teaching for those of you that are new. You're so welcome. So those of you that are new to me or that just happen upon this broadcast, I just want to share a quick support around being in relationship with our intent. For those of you that have been doing the work for a while, always good to be reminded. Yes, always. So when you set an intent, you're planting a seed in the universe. You just planted the seed in your body. You are the universe. And there's two things that you get to do, which is hold that intent and take action towards it and surrender what that action is going to look like or what the results is going to look like or what the journey is going to look like. Because here's what I see is that when we plant intent, when we say to the universe, I want more of this, I want more love, I want more peace, I want more expansion, the universe says, yay, here's more. And there are synchronicities, there's support, there's guidance, more starts happening. Okay, so we start getting support for that intent. And what also happens is that the obstacles start to arise. So we start to get challenges. We start to see the agreements that we have. And it's not the universe saying, you don't deserve this thing, I'm going to throw a challenge up, you're not doing it right. It's the universe saying, yay, if you want that thing, if you want that intent, here's what you have to clean up. Here's the obstacle, here's the challenge. And the challenge is to help us. We can use these challenges. Here's the truth. You can use everything against yourself, or you can use everything to benefit yourself. And this takes practice. This is the work, the warrior goddess work that we do. And to learn how to be in a relationship with the obstacles of like, hi, what is the obstacle showing you? What do you need to release to move towards your intent? So if your intent was peace, I see this so often, is that what you may find is that you start moving towards more peace in your life. You start crafting more sense of peace in your life. And then you start seeing where you're out of peace, where you are creating drama in your life, or where you have relationships that are super challenging that you're letting take you out, where you are hooking into things that aren't actually serving you. So this is where you then get to say, okay, how do I create peace? Not how do I create peace out here? How do I create peace in here regardless of what's happening out there? How do I create love in here regardless of what's happening out there? How do I create compassion in here regardless of what's happening out there? Okay, so the obstacles are going to help us see the old agreements and beliefs that are keeping us from our intent. All right. Yay. Yes, you're so welcome, Tia. Mary, I was in a tropical location circle with beach shells and basket full of tropical flowers representing my insights for 2021. I love it. Barb, I always go back to a place I felt embraced by nature on a canoe trip about 15 years ago. A big granite rock face we swam to and enjoyed the heat radiating from the sun and warm air. I love that. Yeah, it's great when you have an anchor of an experience of a place. I love it. Sandra, love the ease and simplicity of this planting of seed. Yeah. And it is easy and simple to plant a seed, and it's also easy and simple to nurture it. But it also takes awareness because things can get complicated, right? Stacy, always so grateful you invited me today. So glad you're here. Ah, good. Yay. Good to see you here, love. Amy, I was in a deep grove with a meadow and a beautiful waterfall with a circle of moss-covered stones surrounded by luscious green grass and full trees. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Eleanor, Stinson Beach. I know. Yes. Yeah. So may we all, as we step into 2022, remember to feed and nourish the seed of our intent. Remember that also includes weeding. That means we need to also remove things so that that intent can grow. It's not just about adding, it's also about subtracting. So sometimes the subtracting is making boundaries, getting clear about what we really want, making priorities, taking action on things and not on other things, shifting some of our relationships. So that's also part of nurturing, and getting rest, doing more of what we love, being inspired, getting support, asking for help. Those are all woven in as well. So remember, you plant the seed, it then needs to be watered and tended to. And you can tend to it with gratitude and love and play, or you can tend to it as like, it's really serious, I have to make this grow. It's just not going to be very fun. So bring in more lightness, rest, give it time, be patient as much as possible. And also, good dose of humor is really helpful, for sure. Yeah. Good. Renee writes, Pacific Beach, Washington is my place, a Northwest gal relocated to the Sonora Desert, but my peace is the ocean. Yeah. And you can hold that peace inside of you. So even when you're living far away from places that rejuvenate you, you can find that feeling sense of rejuvenation inside of you as well. Sesame, I was in a place I lived 20 years ago. I mean to go back there in the spring just to enjoy its beauty. Yes. And if you can physically put yourself there, that's yummy too. Sarah, I missed the visualization, but I came on right on time for the aligned message. Yes. So for you, those of you that are joining now, if you didn't get to see the visualization, everything's being recorded. Yay. YouTube, or Facebook. So wherever you're watching now, or you can also go just to facebook.com/heatherash.amara/live. I'll write this down. Or youtube.com/heatherash.amara and see the recording there. All right. Beautiful. Point Reyes, I love it. Started out in a field of wildflowers in Colorado, then shifted to somewhere in Scotland or Ireland, where I stepped into an ancient stone circle. Beautiful. And there's something else about doing visualization work, is that you can always go back to the energy, to that place. And so the place where you created the circle and gathered the gifts from 2021 and focused on 2022 and open into possibilities, that sacred space is a place that you can journey back to. So there's another resource for you to rest into. And one more share before we close. And I'm also open to questions, any questions that you have out there. But the share is this: the reminder about the importance of surrender and letting go and accepting what's arising as your place of power. And this isn't the passive acceptance of, I can't do anything, it's too much, I'm going to deny. It's the active opening into, this is what's arising, and I accept life where life is now, and then being creative in your relationship with life for what your next step is. So that place of acceptance is not a passive acceptance, it's an active acceptance, which means that we take action in the world towards the world we want to create, and that we do that from love. We do that from our deep love. And so for some of you, you may feel really passionate about the whales, and others of you may feel really passionate around helping refugees, and others of you may feel really passionate about helping in your local community with people that are immigrants or that are hungry, or kids that are needing mentoring. Find what your service is in that way, what you feel passionate about, and bring energy there. And let go. We can't do all of it. Here's the thing that sometimes can be really overwhelming about this idea of acceptance, is that we think it is just passively, oh, well, everything's okay. And the truth is, some things aren't okay. Some things need to be changed. And we are the heart and the arms and the feet that make the change together. And that takes action. And that can be a joy as well. So find the place that you want to plug in and bring your gifts forward in that way. And the acceptance is really what allows us, for me, that place of opening into something new, opening into 2022, opening into something new, is that I'm open to possibilities, and I'm open to creativity of how to dance, and I'm open to what's next. I'm open to the mystery. And that allows us to be in connection to our intuition and our creativity. So to practice every day. And I'm really grateful to get to share this visualization of gathering up 2021 and looking at what we're moving into in 2022 from a place of planting the seed, nurturing it, taking good action, staying clear, doing more of what you love, spending more time in stillness and connection, being outside more, drink lots of water, and receive as well as give. Beautiful. Hey, Bonali, glad you made it. Stacy, I saw me walking away from our home that is on the market and left it in 2021 and walking into our new home. My future self said, "You got this. You really will be here in front of the wood fireplace." Oh, good, sweetheart. Beautiful. So there is something super exciting coming up in 2021 that we are crafting, which is called the Anti-Resolution Challenge. So this for me is a seed that leads into that next step. So for more guidance, and one of the things that I was dreaming into with my team is this idea that so often at New Year's we make all these resolutions that we often don't keep. So to do it in a different way, I'm proposing what I'm calling the Anti-Resolution Challenge, 7-day Anti-Resolution Challenge. And it's a really powerful unweaving of old strategy, of old ways of being in relationship to ourselves and others. And so instead of like changing the actions out here, we're going to change our relationship with ourself, which means the actions will come from a more whole, grounded, present container for ourselves. So it's really about learning how to ally with ourselves by looking at what are the old strategies that we use that don't actually serve us, and what are the gifts underneath that that we can then support and grow inside of ourselves. So Anti-Resolution Challenge, there's a website for it. Anti-Resolution. Make sure I'm spelling it right. I'm not. resolutionchallenge.com is where you can go join. So just have to put your name in and your email, and it starts January 12th. So we're giving people a little bit of chance in the new year to get resettled again, because it's often takes some time. And then we will go into our 7-day challenge together, January 12th through the 19th. Would love for you to join me for the 7-day Anti-Resolution Challenge. That's where you can sign up. And I think that's it. Yay. It's all free. And we also have a workshop coming up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this too. So January 22nd and the 23rd, it's a Saturday and a Sunday. I'm doing my workshop, Reclaim and Restore. It is one of the most potent workshops that I share. I'm doing it online. So that is coming up as well. So things that are coming up in January. I am grateful for each of you, for our community, for those of you that are brand new to the teachings, either to Warrior Goddess or any of the other books that I've written, or just this work in general. If you got kind of called in without even knowing what's going on, go check out warriorgoddess.com. Check out the book Warrior Goddess Training. There's 2 free chapters you can download. So if you're new, hi. If you want to learn more, go to warriorgoddess.com and download 2 free chapters so you can get a sense of what we're all about. And for those of you that have been around for a while, yay, let's keep going deeper. So grateful to each of you and for the blessing we have of this way to connect with each other, even if we can't be together physically. So I wish you the biggest new year, and may you do something super sweet and fun to celebrate tonight, whether that's cleaning your kitchen or having a dance party in your bedroom or seeing friends. I just got the training books. Is the Warrior Goddess book different? I don't think so, Barb. I think it's probably the same book. Yeah. Yes, you're welcome, sweethearts. Bonnie Lee, love the Anti-Resolution Challenge. That is my focus this year, to rid old forced dreams and allowing myself to dream my own dreams and let them bring me new strengths. Yes, exactly. That is what we are doing in the Anti-Resolution Challenge. And really, it's going to be super fun. So, all right, babes, thanks for joining me. Blessings. May you make good ceremonies with yourself tonight or with others. Sakina, no news about the new book, 0, but it's coming at some point. And you will definitely know. All right, my loves, take good care of yourselves. Blessed New Year. Happy end of 2021. And stepping into 2022. So wherever you're at, put your hands up. This is, we're like, yay, celebrate. And you can join me in our ancient ceremony. Do this, and then do this, and then do this to yourself. Happy New Year's, love. Blessed, blessed evening or day to you. And we'll see you in 2022. Oh, my love. Mwah. Bye-bye.